Greetings, my name is Sean Marr. I'm the Music Coalition Chair for the New Hampshire Music Educators Association. And I thought it would be important to give you a little video to explain to you what Ed 306 is, as well as the timeline for when things can be expected. So, Ed 306, this is actually the minimum standards for public school approval. Let's just say it's a piece of legislation, a document in New Hampshire that defines for schools what the requirements are to be considered a public school. So to show you best a little about this and also the timeline, I'm going to actually screencast my computer. You can still see me in the bottom right of your screen here. So this is my home page, my go-to for information about Ed 306. It's where I go to get the basics. I'm also consulting with Marcia McCaffrey, our arts consultant at the DOE, and we also have, for NHMEA, a committee that is looking at Ed 306 and also developing some standards that are content specific for music. More information on that will be coming in future videos. But for now, you should know that Ed 306 is actually, this review process is actually required by statute. So this isn't something went wrong or anything like that. This is just a normal process to make sure we're bettering schools in New Hampshire continually. So at the bottom of the page here, we actually have this proposed timeline. A little bit has changed over the course of times. They've changed some dates of public hearings and things. They've also updated the document. So here it is. May 15th, the State Board approved an initial proposal of Ed 306, the new form. Well, they've actually gone through and received feedback from people already. The steering committee has made changes already. So at the top of the page, there's actually a link right here, initial proposal for Ed 306. This is actually a revision that was submitted on June 13th. So this is even more up to date than that May 15th version. I would definitely suggest going ahead and clicking on that. You'd actually be brought over to this PDF version of the document. It's about 89 pages long. So I'll be diving in a little bit further in some future videos so you don't have to read the whole thing. Back to this timeline at the bottom of the page here. So May 15th, that initial proposal's done. Early June, they've revised it already. Great job, steering committee. Here we go. Public hearings. This is what we really want to pay attention to, because this is where music educators get to make their voice heard about what we think should be done in this document to further our profession. So, public hearings on August 19th, September 9th, September 26th. Very important that we can get there and get our voice heard, improve the education programs for music education across New Hampshire. These are the minimum standards. So when we're thinking minimum standards, we're not thinking about, having your high school students be able to minimally in your theory class be able to identify the interval of a perfect fourth or a perfect fifth, those sorts of things. No, this is minimum standards. What do you want each and every student in your school to leave with? And this isn't just high school, this is K through 12. So, getting past those public hearings, the State Board on October 24th will be adopting a final proposal. And then on December 19th, there's actually going to be a review by JLCAR. You might be wondering what that is. That is the Joint Legislative Committee on Administrative Rules. Those are the people that are going to be taking a look at this document and making sure that it fits that rule-making language that's really going to set this legislation in stone. Then finally, on January 14th, 2014, the State Board will adopt the new rule in its final form, and all will be happy, hopefully. So there's a little bit of a look at the timeline, and please take a look at my future videos to dive in a little bit further and even get your voice heard and let it be known that music education is important.